Good evening, YouTube. Today's project is to begin reassembly of the Kawasaki FD620D engine for the John Deere 445. So here are the new parts from the kit that I purchased: a steel cam gear and cam, a couple of new dowel pins, a governor arm, some other miscellaneous parts there. The new water pump. We decided to replace the water pump because I believe that's one of the culprit parts. And then there's some tappets and some springs and some new rods. All came from that kit. So let's get started. I think we can put this engine back together this evening and get close to probably, I don't know, setting the valve clearance, I hope. So let's get started. So I first started by installing the heads. You've seen it before. I didn't repeat it on video, but my worst nightmare happened. For whatever reason, as I was torquing down the actually the second head, one of the bolts twisted off, to my surprise. I believe it bottomed out. I'm not sure. It's a brand new bolt. This is not something that happens every day. But a brand new bolt, torqued it to the spec, and it twisted off. So I broke out my Easy Out kit and selected the right size. This is a reverse drilling kit. I like those because sometimes you get lucky and the reverse drilling actually starts moving the bolt. So first I covered the piston, make sure there's no drill chips, put a piece of tape across it, keep all the dirt and chips out of it, started re-drilling the hole, and sure enough, it started moving as soon as I started drilling. In fact, I could barely get a drill started because it was spinning, which is a good thing. So I was much relieved and removed the bolt. It came out very easily. I got very lucky, I would have to say. So here it is, twisted right off. Don't exactly know why. Think it bottomed out, not sure. But I have extras. So I move on to removing and replacing the springs. New valve springs came with the kit. For whatever reason, they claim the new cam, new steel gear kit requires new springs. I can't tell any difference between the springs. They're the same height. They feel to be the same strength, but that's okay. I replaced them. So I started by removing the keepers on the first spring, and those springs are just strong enough to be too strong to remove by hand. I did get the first one removed there by hand, but that's as far as I'm going to be able to go. So I broke out my handy dandy little spring compression tool. This is not perfect, but it does work. And I compressed the springs, got the first head done there, and now I'm putting the keeper back on. So yeah, that worked out all right. So here I'm showing that I'm installing the tappets. There's 4 tappets that ride on the cam, and they push the push rods up and down. So I installed them using a magnet, and here I'm just showing that they're very free. The magnet actually will pull them out and push them in. I sort of tested all of them just to make sure they were pretty free, which they are. I didn't expect them not to be, but yeah, so the 4 tappets now are installed, and now we can install the cam. So here's a overhead view, and not a whole lot to see, except you do have to line up the timing marks on the crank gear and the cam gear. So I do that and sort of slide that cam in, and that is complete. Now I cleaned, and I'm putting back that screen, the oil sump screen that you saw in a previous video that was plugged. So I'm going to mount that now on the front plate, and that'll get us just about back where we were before we decided to replace the cam. It just takes 2 cap screws, Phillips head, and this is essentially the sump that draws the oil from the bottom of the crankcase up into the engine. Pumps it up through various holes up to the heads and down, and flows across the crank through holes near those tappets I was just showing you. So that's how it oils the overhead cam and splashes down on the crank. So that's complete. Next, we install the new governor gear, and like I explained in my previous video, it just sort of snaps on, and there's no real ring or anything. It just snaps on and works good. So okay, so that gets us back to where we need to be. Next, we need to install that front cover and adjust the valves. So that'll be on the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, or dissent. You've been watching the Junkyard Tailgate channel. Good day.